Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Tan is live. Whoop whoop. My rain buckets are full. I came out real quick to check my rain buckets because yesterday I drained my rain buckets. And I was mentioned to you on the live I had the other day. Went horribly wrong because I had poor connectivity. It went horribly wrong. There it is. Oh, hey, Kendrick. I'm so glad you're here. I know when I went live at the bread house, the discount uh, bread store, you said you liked them Takis. I liked the kettle chips that I bought, but I did not like the Takis. There is something, there is something about the hot or the flavor on the Takis that just didn't make me happy. And I was gonna take them and give them to my nephew, but they're not even good for him. And he likes them. He gets in trouble sometimes and he can't eat them. So I came out to check my janky irrigation system. And I'm gonna show y'all that today. I had a visitor in my yard. I had a visitor in my yard last week, and he was telling me about his irrigation system, and I was salivating. Tan was drooling, talking about what I would do with an irrigation system like that. But he's doing what he can do, and I'm doing what I can do. And I'm gonna show you what Tan can do. So let me get this on. Bye bye, Takis. You didn't serve me well. They're spicy. Yeah. This is my little compost bin. And I'm trying not to do so much composting in the house anymore. Collecting because it's bringing me bugs. And Tan don't like bugs. Like, gnats. Gnats are not so offensive, but at some point they get real big and stuff. I don't like that. I don't like them. And if you let them get out of control in the house, if you let them get out of control, it's the worst. So I'm not trying to have that at all. Now, I'm gonna go rinse out my little bucket, and I'll take it back in the house. And I'm getting a little nest for the what I will rinse out. But so yeah, I had somebody in my yard telling me about how they set up drip irrigation from one spot to the next, and all they gotta do is look, full again. They set up drip irrigation from one spot to the next in their garden, and all they have to do is turn the hose on. I mean, it sounds nice. Tan would like that too. But I live a janky life. I got a janky phone, but I'm doing stuff in the garden. So, what does that go to? Oh, I need to get, look. Look, Kendrick, I found it. What is it? It's gonna be a part to one of my tripods that I'll be looking for in another week or two when I pull it out again. And I just be losing stuff. Anyway, so my irrigation system, It's a rainwater collection. I have multiple buckets set up underneath my gutters, and it collects the rainwater. I need to get that clean some more. It collects the rainwater, and my plants love the rainwater. And I drained them out yesterday because I was tired of just trying to get that clean. I was tired of moving. I was tired of moving water from one end of the house to the next to various spots. Yeah, now it's clean. See, I can take it on back in the house and start some more compost. So we're gonna get that covered in. Get that covered in. Tuck in my compost now. Get my little bucket. So it's raining today. Yay! Thrilled about that because I'm collecting my water. Like I said, yesterday I drained my big buckets. Yesterday this bucket right here, I'm supposed to have a lid closed. This bucket right here was all the way down to here. Now I took this bucket and I filled up my secondary buckets. Now I did a video called Not Trash Yet. This trash can, I had a lawnmower on 3 wheels. I still cut my grass, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Tan be making it work. But this trash can has 1 wheel. So I said, you know, it ain't done yet either. And it might have a crack in it. But I put this garbage bag in there as a liner to hold my water. And I've got, see that's a bun. It supports my flower pots that my dad made. And then I got a big old brick at the front to hold it steady so it don't spill out on me. Now I did the right thing for that bucket. I did the right thing for that trash can. And I'm telling you that because I failed to follow through on my second trash can. Now, I filled up this trash can. I had it filled up. I had it knotted off, ready to go. Had a brick behind it. And I thought I was good. I filled it up. I may have put a brick in front of it. But you know what happened? You wouldn't guess what happened. I was on the other side of the yard, back there doing something, and it fell backwards. You could have fell forward, but you fell backwards. What is that about? Anyway, so it fell backwards, but needless to say, all that water went to the grow row. But all my efforts in filling it was kind of wasted. Now I've done it because I want to have water spots, right? I don't want to have to go to the side of the house every time to get water when I'm using the rainwater. And this is I got Jenkins systems all over. Said hi, hello. Tan said hi to said hi. This has holes in it. But like the other ones, I put that trash bag in there and you see how I zip tied it off to try to hold it up. It's not working so well, but it's holding enough water that when I'm taking water from my big buckets to put into secondary buckets to catch the next rainwater, it works. And I'm supposed to be having rain for the next 2 or 3 days. Look at that, y'all. Said hi. Look. Said hi. I don't know that I've seen you here before, so look at my garden. Look. Look how lush it is right now. Said hi. Let's go to this pomegranate tree, right? So I trimmed back my pomegranate tree and golly, but I don't know if I did trim enough Because look, there's a whole section you can see right there, but this whole section was standing up there. Now it's leaning here. It's bringing down my blackberry bush, so I'm feeling like it may. What's going on back there? I see a sunflower. Look, sunflower trying to get me. Sunflower hiding in the cut. Come on out of there. You see it hiding in the cut? I got you. But look, so I feel like I'm gonna have to. Yeah. Maybe you broke already, did you? It's still. Can you see it? It's still in one piece. It's still attached, but you. So I feel like I'm gonna have to take some zip ties and tie it to one of the big stalks back there. When it dries up, probably, or maybe not get too dry, because the bugs will be moving on it again, and I don't want to be bothered with no bugs. And I watched another YouTuber. He got figs on his tree. He has figs on his tree. Tan be feeling left out. Now let's look at my fig tree and see if she put on any figs yet. I don't see not one little bud. And I found out my garden be taking off late. Everybody else be all good and spectacular and harvesting stuff, and I be feeling like a loser. I think I got some. I'm gonna have to do some research. I'm gonna have to do some research because I feel like I have some. I feel like I have some. This one has some leaves on it. You see, but I feel like I got some dead canes. I didn't come out with my knife this morning, so I can't scratch that real good. But I feel like I got some dead canes on my fig tree. This one, this one, and the one back there. You see the fall? I tried to do the chili dog method on it, but and this one right here. So I do know if I have dead wood on the fig, I should be getting it off so it don't attract some sort of pest. I have read that. So that's why I'm concerned about it being dead, in addition to it not producing fruit. Back to my zinnia. She's ready for a close-up, y'all. This is the first one. This is the first one. I love this fuchsia color, but I'm also waiting for orange. I'm waiting for the orange ones to come because I did drop some orange seeds from. I should have came out with my gloves too. Look, and I got zinnia all going over here. And my cabbage is starting to head. I want a beautiful cabbage, y'all. I want to come on here and show y'all a beautiful cabbage. I need my gloves because I wanna come over here on here and show y'all a beautiful cabbage. Like I said, I've tried to grow cabbage before. I tried to grow cauliflower before. This might be my season. I've gotten where are you gloves? Aha, I see. So I've grown cauliflower for the first time. Yay me. I grew cauliflower for the first time. So this might be the first time I get to grow cabbage too. Where's that thing? This might be the first time I get to grow cabbage too, and I'll be so excited. I'll be so thrilled. So if you notice, My other compost bins are uncovered. They're uncovered so they can get that water, but I have one. So I started composting like 3 or 4 ways. I was in ground well, actually I started composting on the ground, just tossing stuff, and building up my layer. Then I tried in the bag composting. Uh, that didn't make me so happy because the bag was cumbersome. Then I saw, I think it was the M.I. Gardner. I saw the M.I. Gardner do hot composting. And y'all, this is why I say it ain't trash till it's trash. This trash can was falling apart. If you see, trash can goes like that. But this one is bowed out because it was split at the back. I was like, bueno, it's perfect already. I don't even have to do much but drill a hole in the bottom. And I took that thing that came with my drill kit. Tan has a drill, y'all. Tan has power tools. Anyway, I took that thing and I drilled a hole at the bottom of this trash can, and I need to move this fast because ants live in here. I want to uncover it so it I want to uncover it so to get that rain. At the same time, watching myself for gardening hazards, i.e. the ants, because I was in the super senior. Because I was in the super senior garden the other day, helping her get her garden together, and ants got on me. They sure did. The ants got on me, and before I knew it, I had an ant inside my glove. She was asking me what was going on. I was like, girl, the ants getting me. I'm still here. I'm just thinking how to get this done. Thinking how to get it done, y'all. At the same time, watching myself. So that one is holding a little bit of water. And once it dries up, that's hot composting. That's where I stopped it. That trash can is hot composting for me, and it breaks down the compost really quick because it's in an enclosed thing. Look, gonna put this in there. It's in an enclosed thing, trash bin. Uh, the contents is put directly to the ground so stuff can get in there and break it down. And I put holes in the side for ventilation. Now, Terry can't explain all that to you. I just know those were the instructions or guidelines that I was supposed to follow. So you know what Tan did? That's exactly what she did. I mean, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is, but that. I don't know what that is, but I dropped the insides of a melon, a cantaloupe. And that's what I do every year. I take the whole inside of the cantaloupe and I drop it in my compost. I drop it. Get that out of there. I drop it in a hole in the ground, right? I drop the whole inside of a cantaloupe, honeydew, whatever the melon is. I drop it into the ground in a hole, and it grows me melons. You see how I'm getting that? So I'm putting more stuff in there, and I got my pitchfork. So I can take some of these grass clippings. I want to take a little bit. I don't want to take too much. Take these grass clippings. I'm gonna dump my compost bins. It's a matter of time before, probably at the end of the season though. At the end of the season, I'm gonna take all my compost bins and dump them on my grow row and spread it around. That's what I feel like I'm gonna do. So I found out in composting 3 or 4 ways that my favorite compost method is probably the hot composting method. And I'll say that because in the Texas heat, when it's getting 1,000,000 degrees or hot enough to melt tan, y'all be hot in Texas. It'll be hot in Texas. When it get that hot, I come back out with a stack of grass, clippings or whatever, that is a mile high. If I come back the next week, it is down. It has sweated down, kind of like if you're cooking and you're sweating the greens. You know, if you look at, I don't know, if you're familiar with cooking greens, you start with a big old pot of greens. Once that heat start getting to it, it start going down, going down, going down. Well, that's what happens in my compost. Uh, and to assist that, this is like I said, it's a beat up trash can. I put those foils from my free Starbucks coffee grounds, and I also put this heavy plastic. I put heavy plastic over this bin. And come on out of there too. I put heavy plastic over that bin, and I'm not trying to be fighting sunflowers in this corner when I come and check stuff. And I need to go ahead and move this. I need to move this back to the center of the yard. I need to move it back to the center of the yard so I can go ahead and let it have a date with the lawnmower. And that's another thing. That's another thing. At the end of the season, I set that stuff aside until I can get to it. Now I done been back here mowing a couple times already, but that got lost in the sauce. Sometimes I just need to do what I need to do and get on to the next thing. Cause Tan be moving, she be moving. But yeah, so it's raining today. My rain buckets are getting back full. I'm happy about that. Y'all, here's what I want to tell you. Okay, I'm having a lot of firsts, right? And I'm happy with that. So I got a sneak peek at my onion. Let's see. I got a sneak peek at my onion the other day. I poured some water in here to the base of this thing, and the onion was exposed. I'm putting the butts of the onions in here. Between onions and garlic, I got them growing here. Yes, I also have them here. Because I was just putting the onion butts everywhere. Because I bought a lot of onions, right? Yeah, I'm sniffing. It is 50 something degrees here in Texas. And the rain makes it a little bit colder, but I'm telling you that because I'm sniffling. It's not my allergies today, it's the cold. But I put those onion bottoms in multiple places and they are growing. And that makes me happy. And I don't know what this is. Focus, camera. Focus. I don't know what this thing is, but it's trying to grow in a lot of spots in my yard. And before I attack it, are you alive? I wish I'd have brought my knife out here. Look, I'm asking if it's alive because look, let me zoom in and see if you can see it. That looks like a new leaf, right? Does that look like a new leaf to y'all? And it's not only in that spot, look. Okay, looks like a new leaf right here, and it looks like a new leaf right here. It's a new leaf or a dead leaf. I didn't bring my knife to scratch it. And then another one I need to scratch. Ah, that's Sid Vicious. I heard some sniffling. Another. This is my peach tree, right? Okay, so let's start here. This is my peach tree. Okay, this is my peach tree. So I have multiple peach trees. Now I've scratched this one. You see, it ain't giving me no leaves yet. I don't understand it. I don't understand. I don't have no leaves on that thing. I want them. So I paid for a peach tree. I needed to grow. So, Anton, before I go, I'm gonna show y'all my hot mess bucket. I got two hot mess buckets growing in my yard. This is hot mess number two, and this is hot mess number one. Look at it. Those are radishes. Those are these are radishes. These are baby carrots. This is my sweet potato. This is my angel sweet potato was put in this spot. Now I also have a purple sweet potato in here and I have a white sweet potato. They haven't started coming up yet. I'm hoping they will. I also have cucumbers and melons in this pot. Yeah, I just threw some seeds in there because I knew it would be time before I would harvest my sweet potato. So I just, I wasn't gonna waste that space. Plus that soil is really good and rich. And so I brought this I brought this sweet potato out yesterday. I brought this sweet potato out yesterday. It had stalk growing on it from last year. There's another one in here that has stars, splits, slips, slips growing on it. Well, I pulled out two yesterday. I pulled out two yesterday, and if you see, I got them planted in here. Yes, got them planted in here. And y'all, this is why I watch the weather. I watch the weather so now I'm not out here every day trying to get that thing watered in to make sure it grows. It will grow. It will get naturally watered. Water for free. Water for free. And look what's happening. My squashes have blossoms. I'm so excited. I'm still on the hunt, y'all, and I probably go out today. I'll probably go out again today and look for some blue Hubbard squash because someone let me know that if I plant blue Hubbard squash, it might deter, it might distract. Might It's not gonna deter. It might distract those vine borers from eating up my squash and turning them to dust. Every year they turn my squash to dust. I get like I might get 3 or 4 squash, and then the vine borers just destroy the vine. Anyway, so look, I've shown y'all my janky water collection system. It works for me in my garden. I fill big old buckets that run off my gutter. Yay. And I put them in 2 or 3 spots in my yard. These are trash cans that are no longer trash cans. They have holes in it. They don't hold trash. They don't have hold trash. They don't roll. This one only has one wheel, but I put bricks under it. I set this thing up, and I put a garbage bag in to hold my water because it is cracked. I'm sure that's how I got it. And I have another one right there. Same system, garbage bag. So, and that's it, y'all. It's raining today. I wanted to sing my song, Sunday morning's calling. But it's not raining on a Sunday. Today is what, Tuesday? And we're projected to get rain for a couple more days this week. A couple more days this week, you're supposed to get rain. Oh no. The wind that came and knocked off more pomegranate blossoms. Anyway, these are my pomegranate blossoms. I'm collecting rainwater. This is my pomegranate tree. Anyway, y'all, that's what I want y'all to see. Uh, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a minute of what I'm getting up to. As always, I thank y'all for joining me. Bye.